All right, we're going. Thought we were stalling there. Thought we were slowing down on August 14th. We're still in the summer. We still got a few weeks. I don't know. WN. WD. Weekend news wind down. W D. Weekend news wind. B's for down. Here we are, mid-August. Weekend news wind down. Still kicking it. Still doing it. We ain't on break. This ain't no summer low. Weekend news wind just getting hot. Dog days. Lots to talk about this week. Another AI model escaped. That's right. Another AI model escaped. But this time it escaped on a food truck. Did you hear this? President of the United States had to escape on a food truck in Turkey. I guess it was a halal guy's truck. It's in Turkey. Gosh, if anybody needs help escaping, looks like our troops on the USS Abraham Lincoln. Huh? You hear about this? Our guys, our finest, are jumping off the ship. They can't take it. The Apprentice reruns the only thing on TV on the ship. And Trump memes. Yeah, that's being a soldier under this administration. Either you like it or you jump off the boat. Speaking of jumping overboard, the Democrats almost did this week. Wisconsin. Close call for that socialist candidate. Francesca Hong. Got some crazy, wacky, kooky, hongy ideas. Things like banning Thanksgiving and Christmas, I think. You know what's so far away from the holidays? This beautiful summer. Okay, Democratic Socialist Francesca Hung, you're proposing to ban Thanksgiving and Christmas. So my amazing summer that I'm having, without the like awkward, anxious, whack Thanksgiving and Christmas get-togethers with my family. You know what? I think she's onto something. I'm okay with that. I got a big show tonight. Every week it's big. Weekend news, man. That's how we do it. We're big. Bigger than the Lakers and the new owner. Showtime. Yep, that's all you got to do. It's pretty simple. All you got to do is boogie. All you got to do is boogie down. If you want to be down on Weekend News, wind down. Hello? Is anybody out there? Is anybody out there? Is there anybody in there? Is there anybody in the U.S. that's urging Apple not to buy Chinese memory chips? Look at this. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick from Long Island urged the iPhone maker to find other solutions to the AI-driven chip supply crunch. Because when Howard Lutnick, when he was running his business, his great business, no, he paid the highest price. Yeah, he did it for national security reasons. Yeah. He paid the full price. Nah, never look for a deal. Stop it. Please, stop. Let's ask which socialist would say something like this.
Which socialist said this?
Who said it? The Commerce Secretary tells a private company in America, capitalist. Make America great again, country. Socialism, telling a private company to go and buy something, their inputs, from somewhere where the government wants them to go and buy it. Which socialist said this? Which socialist of the Republican Party said this? Which socialist said it? Which one said it? Get out of here. Get out of here. This administration, get out of here. You are socialists on steroids. You are actually the Democratic Socialist of America. You're DSAS. Democratic Socialists of America on steroids. Moving across, the rich and famous who can't get into Miami's most exclusive country club. Oh, cry me a river. A river country club. Cry me a river country club. The Iran war is about who blinks first under economic pressure. Yeah. I mean, it's obviously, there's no competition. The U.S. can crush Iran, but why is it taking this long? And is that the cost of we're such great negotiators? We're just like starve people. Oh, too much. I'm looking at the right here. I'm looking at the opinions. A crisis in U.S. naval readiness. Yeah, well, if they're all jumping off the ship, and nobody's ready. Rolling Britain is shedding millionaires. Bring your crash helmet to New York City. Let me see what these guys want to hate on New York City for. What? For what? The most ambitious, hardest working people on the earth still come here. Mayor Mamdani won't police e-bikes and the casualties are rising. Nah, you're being some kind of like conservative finger pointers or something. That's whack. That's whack. Nah, nope. Because all the hardworking, ambitious, global people who come to New York City will not go through that process. Nope. Keeping up with the Jones Act, keeping up with the Joneses. If you'd like to build a data center, my farm is available. Hello, here it is. It's ready, open. Open for business. Massachusetts enacts abortion until birth. Wow. Maybe even, you know what? Maybe if the kid starts bothering you and they're like annoying teenagers, why don't you go up until then? Fair enough. Mm-hmm. Here's the other Kushner, another handsome Jared. Look, it's handsome Jonas brothers, Joshua Kushner. Handsome, buying $12.5 billion Lakers deal. Another handsome Jared here. amazing guys who have billions of dollars. They just gonna buy a. They feel like being. You know what? I feel like I'm gonna go buy a basketball team. Well, I see on the right here, AOC, EGG, for freeze, you freezing eggs. Jane Street suffers $15 billion loss. Oh my God. I don't think the show can go on anymore. Oh, that was a real downer. Jane Street, you suffered a $15 billion loss. Excuse me. I don't think I've ever gotten emotional on this program before, but... Hey, Jane Street, take a hike. Take a walk down that street. Go ahead, some air. What to know about Luigi Mangione? Double jeopardy. Claims after admitting in federal court to killing an insurance executive. Mangione argues he shouldn't face a trial. Man, we got it all on Weekend News Wind Down. We doing the news and opera. We doing the news and rock. This is some good rock here. I like this. This is from Royal Blood. This is called 10 over 10. This is rock and roll. Really nice. Want to hear that riff again? Seriously? We can use wind down. We just get electric, reverb, distortion. We can use wind down. That's just how we doing it. Every week. It's rock and roll, high energy. Hunter Biden. Maybe we'll talk about Hunter Biden. We'll talk about Handsome Josh again. Socialists, socialism. We'll talk about Royal Blood. Ten over 10.
For broke. You're on the edge of a black hole coming. Everything's out that I've got. I'm 10 over 10. I don't fold. Got me on the threshold. On the bed, I'm on earthquake shaking. Wait, I'm afraid I would do it all over again. I don't fold. Got me on the threshold. Digging the heels, no top-down approach. I'll be toughing it out. for broke. Live on the edge of a black cloud coming. Everything's out that I've got. I'm 10 over 10. I don't fold. Got me on the threshold. On the bed, I want earthquake shaking. Wait, I'm afraid I would do it all over again. I don't fold. Got me on the threshold. I'm 10 over 10. Live on the edge of a black cloud coming. Everything's out that I've got. I'm 10 over 10. I don't fold. Got me on the threshold. On the bed, I want earthquake shaking. Wait, I'm afraid I would do it all over again. I don't fold. Got me on the threshold. I don't fold. Got me on the threshold.
Seriously, that was good. Royal Blood, 10 over 10. Give it 10 out of 10. I give a 10 out of 10 for that record. Why is Hunter Biden on a media blitz? What the hell does he want? What do you want, Hunter? What do you want to hang out with all your fun things that you do? Oh yeah, it's going. Oh yeah, it's hunting. So Hunter Biden's been conducting a media tour across podcasts, news shows, Substack essays to discuss his past and share grievances. Former aides said Hunter Biden was kept quiet in the White House because he was under federal investigation for much of his father's presidency. Hunter Biden's media appearances and Substack essays come as he faces financial difficulties, including a lawsuit over unpaid legal fees. It's enough out of you, Hunter Biden. That's enough out here. That's fine. An infamous math problem broke AI until a high school dropout said, "You got this. Let's go, AI." Now the AI tables have turned. Now where humans are pumping up AI. You could do this, AI. That's a great idea. This is a crazy story. Cambridge professor who quit over plagiarism scandal. Now he's dead. Wow. Berkshire adds to Alphabet stake, buys home builders and exits Constellation. Greg Abel, the new CEO, top stock picker, reduced the company's portfolio and financial shares in the second quarter. He's got to do it. He's got to. Warren Buffett, it's a hard act to follow. Claudia Sheinbaum, Mexico's current president, says a revocation of the visa of a son of a former Mexican president, straining ties. Ay, wey. We're talking battlefields, innovations reshaping the Russia-Ukraine war. Let's see it. Let's have a look. What's happening there? The Russia-Ukraine war is certainly being reshaped by battlefield innovation. Ukraine has gained an edge on the battlefield in the first half of this year. Improvements in mid-range strikes helped its army take out Russian logistics and slow Russia's battlefield gains. Its long-range strikes have caused a fuel crisis in Russian-occupied Crimea and threatened refineries deep inside Russia, bringing the war closer to the Russian population. Well, really? Ukraine's now attacking them that far out? Ukrainian former defense minister Mikhailo Fedorov who also used to play for the Detroit Red Wings, has credited the success to Ukraine's rapid technological advances. We know that in terms of scale of funding and population, we cannot be larger than Russia, but thanks to asymmetry and constant search for new technological solution, we will prevail. This summer, technological race continues as the two sides vie for upper hand on land, sea, and in the skies.
Here are some of the technological innovations that are changing the battlefield.
Camera. Okay. iPhone. The iPhone certainly is changing. Okay. It's, what is this? These are land drones. Ukrainian forces use land drones to perform some of the most dangerous tasks on the battlefield. In June. Oh, the AI's taking humans' jobs. Damn you, AI. You're taking good, hardworking Ukrainians' jobs. In June, these land drones performed over 16,000 missions, nearly doubling the amount of missions in March. Whoa. Remote piloted drones help to deliver supplies and evacuate the wounded, rescuing servicemen, Ukraine's most valuable resource, but they remain labor intensive. One Ukrainian unit says evacuations with ground drones can take anywhere from 6 hours to 3 days and involve 14 people in planning and execution. Nah, the good old fashioned way probably takes just a couple of weeks. Mothership drones. Ukraine and Russia have both been deploying mothership for motherland, for Mother Russia drones, carrying smaller first-person view drones to expand their range. Fixed-wing Russian drones such as Molnias can ferry smaller FPV drones farther and enable them to attack targets inaccessible to them before. While the technology isn't widely used yet, Ukrainian experts say they expect it to spread as both sides try to combine various types of drone for maximum range and effectiveness. Mesh networks. Mesh modems enable real-time piloting and reconnaissance for Russian Shahed-type drones over Ukrainian cities during attacks. The system relies on antennas providing radio connection to high-flying drones, which relay to the strike zone drones engaging the target below. Electronic warfare resistant FPV drones, they're out there. Look out. Ukraine is also working on scaling up the use of EW resistant FPV drones to strike Russian logistics, Ukraine's Zelensky says. Videos of battlefield deployment show such FPV drones striking Russian trucks on the move. Sign up, like, follow, subscribe to all of Zelensky's websites, and I will share more information. Automation, Starlink connectivity, last mile navigation, algorithms, hot dogs, frozen fruit bars, ice cold beer, reach their targets despite Russian jamming. Along with real-time target recognition and other automation gains, this technology helps to increase pilots' efficiency and reduce the number of people needed to strike the same number of targets. Interceptor drones, those are also good. Interceptor drones. Ukraine's deployment of interceptor drones to hunt Russian Shahed-type drones has helped boost its interception rate to 87%. Russia is now betting on jet-powered drones to outrun Ukraine's interceptors, setting off another innovation race. There it is. They're going back and forth. A trickle of Americans is returning to Israel. How to talk about the WNBA without yelling at each other? Man, they just fighting with each other in WNBA. They just too much. They too much. Trump asked Supreme Court to allow ballroom construction. I think we have I think we have the video. No, we just have the audio. Actually, in fact, we just have the audio. We just have the audio. Yeah. We just have the audio here. We just have the audio. Hello. Oh, damn. Pick up the phone. Pick up the phone, Supreme Court. I want to have my ballroom, damn it. Gosh, why won't they pick up? Let me try to call them again. Gosh, why won't you just pick up the phone? It's me, the president. Here's a phone call. Trump asking the Supreme Court to allow ballroom construction. This is another late night call. Last night it was at the Fed chair. This week is a Supreme Court. Gosh, I was calling Carolyn Levitt earlier today, and she wasn't picking up. Now she resigned. I don't see any connection there at all. Gosh, why won't the Supreme Court pick up? Yeah. Hello? Yes, this is Justice Roberts. Oh, hey, hello, it's me, Don. Oh, hello, Mr. President. How can I help you? What would you need at 3 o'clock in the morning while we're on vacation? We're in Hyannisport. Yeah, I want you to keep the construction going, okay, in the ballroom, because it's gonna be amazing. Okay, sure thing, boss. Yeah. Yeah, that's how the conversation went, but Justice Roberts, principled. Okay, staying in D.C., a suspect charged with vandalizing D.C. World War II memorial. That's right. No, you gotta, sorry, can't mess around. Can't F around. Find out. Trump and Musk back together. Really? We'd love to see this. We'd love to see that. We'd love to see Elon Musk doing his thing. We miss you, Elon. We miss you jumping up and down for the president. That was so, like, obviously not, like, fake and stupid. So obviously not, like, an act to put on. Wow. Was it all worth it? Wasn't did you boost viewership that much by that much? We miss you. We love you. Trump's fraud squad is hobbled by internal strife. Don't mess around. What? You can't even ask Claude about Dario Amodi's wife. What? Hey, Blockbuster, Disney, NVIDIA. What? NVIDIA downsized the plans for 250. It was 500 like 2 days ago. I mean, where did the 250 go? Did it escape on a food truck? Oh gosh, here's how to fix New York City's $500 million trash problem. Not going to be easy. City wasn't built for it, but cheap landlords, if they love their city that much, create some kind of bin or something that you can fold and bring back inside the building. Go for it. You could do it. Use your brain. White House says China avoids billions in tariffs by rerouting goods. That's bad. Tariffs are good. Rerouting away from tariffs is bad. Makes them smart. Makes them smart to do that. System is totally rigged against China. System is totally rigged against China. Makes them smart. Makes them smart. What happened? What happened to the baseball season's greatest mystery? What's wrong with Paul Skenes? Let's check it out. And let's stay in the baseball theme here. A precipitous drop in fastball velocity has the Pittsburgh Pirates wondering what happened to one of the brightest young aces in the league. Is this the guy with that cute girl that's like a Olympian? Dunne? Olivia Dunne? Olivia Dunne? Olivia Dunne? Olivia Dunne? Yep. He started to get some of that. He's starting to get tired. Yeah. So, which is why are the struggles this season so hard to understand? Over his past 10 starts, his ERA is a completely baffling 5.47. Before that stretch started, the highest his ERA had ever been over a 10-start span was 2.92. The guy's doing double. What's happening? The Pirates have won just 3 of the last 16 games they started, and have dropped to last place in their division. But if there is one clue that begins to illuminate the greatest mystery of the 2026 baseball season, it's Skenes' velocity. When he was pulled after just 5 innings and 65 pitches against the Marlins on Tuesday night, his fastest pitch was just 96.5 miles per hour. In fact, Skenes has only thrown 7 pitches faster than 98 over his past 10 starts. In 6 of those games, he hasn't crossed the 98 mark at all. Used to be his baseline. What's happening here in baseball? The obvious suspect is an undiagnosed injury. Or he's hanging out with that cute girl and brother is tired. They are new. They are in together. Just getting to know each other. Brother is tired. Bezos, big. Jeff Bezos bets big. Bezos bets big. Sports, Liverpool. It's a deal. 11 years old, she's the newest queen of chess. Canceled. I don't want to hear about cancel stuff anymore. Forget it. Nobody's canceling anybody. You still got a job. That's fine. You still got a job, man. You still got a job. I got a job for you. Can you think of where there could be a beach in Tennessee? Well, I can. The band is Cage the Elephant. The record. Beaches in Tennessee. So I dare you. I dare you to find a beach in Tennessee. Cage the Elephant has. Beaches in Tennessee. This is real rock and roll too. This is really nice. They certainly won't. Cage the Elephant. Beaches in Tennessee. Let's go. Weekend news right now.
They won't let us keep the laces in our shoes. They say it's voluntary, but they won't let us choose. Looking through the glass, all that I can see, reflection of the man who threw away the key. I'm on my hands. to those beaches in Tennessee. Somebody take me home, I'm not the enemy. I'm going back to those beaches in Tennessee. I'm going back to those beaches in Tennessee. I'm going back to those beaches in Tennessee. Me and all my friends, we all know the drill. They gotta pay the rent, so they try to keep us here. Must have seen too much in the blotted ink. I'ma shave my head and wash my secrets down the sink. Checking my face to see where they've been marking me. 40 to life, I'll be dead by the time I leave. Somebody take me home, they're trying to bury me. I'm going back to those beaches in Tennessee. Somebody take me home, I'm not the enemy. I'm going back to those beaches in Tennessee. I'm going back to those beaches in Tennessee. I'm going back to those beaches in Tennessee. I won't live a lie, live a lie. I won't live a lie. I won't trust my eyes until I make it to the other side. Come and pick me up, be my ride or die. Yeah, 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 yeah. Somebody take me home, they're trying to bury me. I'm going back to those beaches in Tennessee. Somebody take me home, I'm not the enemy. I'm going back to those beaches in Tennessee. I'm going back to those beaches in Tennessee. I'm going back to those beaches in Tennessee.
Yep. 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 That is rock and roll. I don't know what else you're looking for. But I'd say that's rock and roll. Let's scan through the Financial Times. Jane Street. Oh, cry me a river, Jane Street. Just cry me a river, Jane Street, and call it Jane Street River. Jane Street River Cross. The exodus from Israel. Daniel Kinahan, Ireland's most wanted man, faces his day in court. Unhappy voters are suffering from Baumol's disease. What the heck is that? An analysis of classical music can explain why people feel they are paying more for taxes for worse public services. Leo Tolstoy famously observed that happy families are all alike, while unhappy families are unique in their unhappiness. But today, among the world's liberal democracies, the opposite is true. From Tokyo to London, Paris to Washington, the world's democracies are alike in their unhappiness. Whether the ship of state is being piloted by the conservative leaders of Japan, Germany, the centrist leader of France, or the center-left leader of the UK, democratic governments seem seriously unable to satisfy voters. That's it. And changing bosses or even the political party in charge does not appear to resolve the underlying angst. What gives? There are many competing explanations for this malaise. The community bonds that once held us together have been frayed by social media or immigration, or both. Persistently slower growth means a smaller pie to share. An aging population makes our societies grouchier and more expensive to maintain. Authoritarians from Beijing to Moscow are manipulating us into doubting our own democracies. But there is one complaint whose drumbeat is consistent. There is one beat with the drumbeat. Consistent, powerful across each of the democratic world's unhappy families. Regular people feel they're being paying more for junk. They're paying more for rubbish. They're paying more than ever in taxes, while the public services they receive in return are getting worse. We shouldn't be surprised that this makes voters mad. Since the invention of the modern welfare state, effective delivery of government services has been central to the democratic social contract. We pay our taxes in exchange, our children are educated and our illnesses are treated. Fair, all's fair. Even Stevens, right? It's not all. That's not all, though. The governments do. But wait, there's more. But wait, there's more. That's not all the governments do, but it is a lot of it. The OECD countries spend an average of 14% of GDP on healthcare and education. And the two account for around a quarter of all government spending. Yet more and more people feel they aren't getting their money's worth. Responding to that justified dissatisfaction is a central challenge in every democracy. What this show stands for: democracy, capitalism, markets, property rights, human rights. The answer needs to start with recognition that part of the dilemma is entirely structural and in some ways isn't really a problem at all. We're all grappling with Baumol's disease, a phenomenon. We're all grappling with Baumol's disease, a phenomenon identified by economist William Baumol in the 60s and sometimes known as Baumol's cause disease. Never heard of it. The genesis of Baumol's diagnosis, I'm just going to keep saying B, is important because it had nothing to do with the tired old debates about why public services seem to cost more every year. So B's assignment was to determine why in-person classical music performances seemed harder to fund. He found that the snag wasn't that the musicians were getting worse. It was that the rest of the economy was getting better. It took 4 musicians 1 hour of work to perform a Schubert string quartet, exactly the same as it always had done. But 4 hours of human labor would produce roughly 100 times as much wheat as it did in the pre-industrial era. For manufactured goods, the multiple is even greater. What the heck? The same insight applies to taking a 2-year-old on a walk in the park or supporting a mother as she gives birth. As such, B's disease poses a knotty challenge for the state and liberal democracies because so much of what governments do is more like playing the violin than manufacturing a car. Yeah. It's a common argument that governments simply need to get better at healthcare and education, that the public sector needs to figure out how to become more productive, just as t-shirt makers and computer manufacturers have done. And there's certainly some truth to that. Red tape and a soft budget constraint make many public services more costly than they need to be. Something the AI revolution may help fix. Yet it would be a mistake to ignore the structural power of B's observation. Some jobs done by in-person humans could be performed by robots. I would be delighted to live in a self-cleaning home. But we surely don't want robots to push our toddlers on swings in the playground or squeeze our hands between contractions and childbirth. One way to adapt would be to levy higher taxes on the sectors that become more productive. That, of course, brings its own political challenges. You can already see them in the brewing battle pitting makers against takers. This struggle makes a global tax deal, which the OECD came so close to implementing during the Biden administration, more essential than ever. Without one, the most productive players of any economy can threaten to simply pick up sticks and move to lower tax jurisdictions. The politics of dealing with bees disease are truly fiendish. There's a silver lining. If we can figure out how to share bees disease, Baumol disease, suggests we could have happy outcomes in the age of AI. Of course we will. Of course we will. AI is available for what you want, just like the internet was, social media. You choose your own adventure. There's no apocalypse coming from AI. AI will bring the truth to everything instantly. No more bullshitters. No more bullshitters. You can't make it here. If you can't make it here, you can't make it anywhere, bullshitters. All of the things that do not need a bespoke human touch could be produced at an ever lower cost. Yes, not just what wheat and t-shirts and TVs, but white-collar paper shuffling. For sure, for sure. White-collar is the easiest. It's the easiest. There's so many controls. It's a corporation. Everything is like regulated internally. So obvious. That could free us to spend more of our collective time doing the things only human being can do well. Teaching a child to read, washing a grandmother's hair, and yes, playing a string quartet. Or doing more at work. Finding something else. Adding value. Are you kidding me? It's just like sky's the limit. You can extract and take a company whose resources and energies have been spent on something that can be just done instantly by artificial intelligence. You can move them to continue doing that, monitoring that, and go on to the next thing. It'll just continue to add growth. They're just like growth. Here's something that's growing. There's a feeling I have with a certain female. I'm going way back into the racks. This is a classic. This is Charlie Feathers. This guy's probably like the same time as George Washington. No, more like Elvis era. How far back this goes, but look how future forward it was. It's so modern. This is that certain female, an alternate take by Charlie Feathers.
With a lot on my mind, and I'm looking for me a woman, but she's mighty hard to find. Lord, ask my country cousin, check the hottest spots in town. Oh, that little bitty woman, well, she just ain't around. Hey, oh, I'm looking, catch it high and low, don't wanna miss the spot, keep it on the go. Watching that woman's got you. I need just a little bitty woman, how much you'll never know. I done seen a fella, lots on my mind. I said I'm looking for me a woman, she's mighty hard to find. I asked my country cousin where she's hanging out. Lord, this little bitty woman, she just out of sight. Oh, 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 I'm looking, checking high and low. Don't wanna miss the spot, keep it on the go. I said, I need just a little bitty woman, how much you'll never know. Oh, now, I just need a simple clue where she's hanging out. And I
promise to make it worth your while. If you mark a ride, well, leave the price and make it fast. Waited but too long. I got that woman on my mind. I'm gonna bring her home. Yeah, look it, check it high and low. Don't wanna miss a spot. Keep it on the go. Woman, she's gonna show. I need a little bitty woman. How much you never know. Baby, I need you. How much you never know. Lord, I need this little bitty woman. How much you never know.
Yep. That was good. Oldie but goodie. This week in images. Pictures I send to friends, family. The Onion was doing it this week with the Trump stuff. Caroline Levitt slams toddler's son over baseless accusations that the caterpillar is very hungry. There it is, Trump tearing up the White House in search of more munitions. Yeah, he's looking for it. He's looking for it. Maybe we have. Look, maybe we have a lot of weapons. Maybe we don't. Oh, Melania was the spy the whole time. Oh my God. I never saw that one coming. Look at this hummingbird. Feels like a real idiot after seeing other birds just chilling, gliding. Not buzzing, beating the wings too much. Cruising. Oh my God, US, you're cruising for a bruising. Selling 30-year bonds at the highest borrowing cost since 2001. Oh my God. FDA orders feed integrated disclosures. Delays RFK Jr.'s Archer process crackdown. Gulf states accept new normal iron control. Allah in the control. University of Michigan drops first semester grades to curb mental health crisis. You know what? Hey, you know what? They're just gonna pass everybody. What the heck? Just pay the tuition, you get in. That's it. That's it. You get in right through the first year. U.S. and Zelensky forces went head-to-head in exercise. Ukraine's draws won. Aye, aye. Aye. Zelensky wins again. You know what's again? You know what happens again? We're after midnight again. Friday, weekend news wind down. That's where we are again. After midnight. Taking us out of here, weekend news wind down, August 14th. Halfway through the month. Keep enjoying that summer. Weekend news wind down. You know we will.
After midnight, we're gonna let it all hang out. After midnight, we're gonna chug, look, and shine. We're gonna cause talk and suspicion, give an exhibition, find out what it is all about. After midnight, we're gonna let it all hang out. After midnight, gonna shake your tambourine. after midnight. It's gonna be peaches and cream. We're gonna cause talk and suspicion, give an exhibition, find out what it is, a whole label. After midnight, we're gonna let it all hang. We're gonna cause talk and suspicion, give an exhibition, find out what it is on the way back. After midnight, we're gonna let it all hang.